Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play SimCity 4 Deluxe Rush Hour with me, xPooHx. Um, I I'm really jazzed up about doing some more SimCity because I've been getting some awesome feedback from you guys, and sounds like people are really enjoying the videos. So I'm really looking forward to putting this next series up. And just so you know, Skyrim comes out officially. I think the unlock is in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Is that right? No, 3 hours and 20 minutes from right now. So just to show you how important you all are, how much I love you, I'm recording SimCity even though I should be staring at the clock waiting for Skyrim to unlock. So I spent the better part of last night and a little bit of time today trying to figure out what I was going to do, because these three city archetypes are sort of the most important key piece to the way that I play SimCity. But I don't think this is the right time to end the Let's Play. I think probably once, you know, the map is full, that'll be time to you know, I thought maybe I could start on the modded playthrough, but then, you know what, I just decided to say the nuts with it, and I'll show you guys. I did a bunch of testing last night to try and see if I could build some different cities, maybe some more interesting cities, or maybe some cities with different stuff. Like I experimented with the docks and freight trains and all those kinds of things. I didn't really come up with anything, so in this series, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a city, and I'm going to try to do a whole bunch of things different than I did in Dartmouth, but it will be similar to Dartmouth. I'm not going to put optional in these videos because I think I got some really good feedback, and then I did a little bit of reading, a little bit of hopping, and tried to find out how we could get some mass transit into this city to get our Sims to take buses and trains and stuff to work. So we're gonna try to shoehorn in a bilateral mass transit system into a city the shape of Dartmouth. So some of the stuff's gonna look similar, and then what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to build more concentrated sectors. So you'll get a sense for what I'm thinking of for this next city. As I'm sort of building it, and this for me is not gonna be like the normal let's play where I sort of know exactly what I'm doing, and I have like a really confident and pre-constructed build in my mind. So some of the stuff you're gonna see is gonna be me either succeeding at trying to use what the game has to offer or failing miserably at it. So I hope it'll provide for an interesting video, and the way I figured I would sort of spin this to continue along with my educational feel to my videos was that I would say that what you're going to get to learn from this video is you're going to get to learn how to test new things out for yourself. Yeah, that's totally good. Okay, so I'm not going to call it Dartmouth. I am going to call it something else. Because we already built the city of Dartmouth, and I don't actually think Dartmouth, Nova Scotia is that big. Somebody could correct me, maybe like a couple 100,000 people? Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, you'll note, your trivia lesson for the day is not Dartmouth, the university, which is like the first thing that comes up in Google when you look it up. So, we got the dope trailer, we got the dirty burger. We haven't done the LC yet, but I don't really think the LC is very good. I think probably what we're gonna go is we're gonna name this after my favorite character, and it's gonna be Kitties are so nice. Put them down, spin them round, tickle their belly twice. Wow, that is some pretty horrible spelling by me. So we're going to call this city Kitties Are So Nice, after Bubbles. We could also name it like Closer to the Heart. because he sings that song. Rush fans out there. So as normal, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press fast forward to let the demands populate. And one thing you'll notice right away is the demands in this city look very different than the demands in Dartmouth. Sorry, fiddling with my mic. My beard is getting in the way. Something that I didn't really talk about, and I think I just want to put a quick note on it, is the industrial sections. These industrial sections follow the same theme of the rest of your indicators. So you have low wealth, medium wealth, high wealth, low wealth, medium wealth, high wealth, and then medium wealth and high wealth. And the industrial demand follows that same idea, even though it doesn't have the little Symbux signs in it. These two are low wealth, these guys are medium wealth, and these guys are high wealth. So when you're thinking about which jobs you want to use which part of industry for, that's something good to keep in mind. I don't think I explained that before. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something that's gonna look very familiar. Hopefully the audio levels work out a little bit better this time. I've had a couple of people ask me to turn my vocals up, and I've been resistant to do so because my mic was at anything higher than I had it, it was starting to hiss, and yeah, I do. And it was really bothering me. I was getting really mad at it because I didn't want this like noise to be coming through, and it was like buzzing and doing all of those kinds of things that are just no good. And I actually have no idea the difference between an overpass on-ramp. Oh yeah, I do. Never mind, I'm being stupid. So the side on-ramp the road doesn't actually go through. So like we can see here, our avenue goes all the way through, and then yeah, I don't necessarily think I need to explain that, since I already essentially, since other people have probably already figured that out. So this will look very, very similar, obviously, to the build you guys have seen me do before. I'm not trying to be like overly redundant in my building style, but I tend to try to adapt things I know work, and then add new things to those things I know work. The best example I can give you of me doing that and me figuring that out was running one-ways on the cross streets instead of having them just be regular roads. That isn't something that I had done before, and yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with where that is. And it turned out that there was less traffic in that neighborhood, so it turns that's going to be something that you'll see when I use this highway build, which I'm not 100% sure how long I'm going to continue to use this highway build. I might actually switch it around. I have an idea for like a ring road that I'm going to do in another city. Possibly I'll do that ring road in an optional video for when I'm creating the demand that we need to build our high density city, sort of for our maximum wealth sims. But we'll see. I have to fiddle around with that. I don't usually like to do things by the seat of my pants like this. I like to usually like do a little play testing, decide what's working, decide what isn't working, and then come back at it. But we're gonna go ahead and record me making mistakes anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah. So again, this is pretty. I guess I could skip this. You'll note, if you've been watching all my videos, including the optional set, that I don't like to, especially like if you watch my WoW set, I don't really like to do things off camera. And that may be like That may be kind of pompous of me, but I know from personal experience, and this is probably not necessarily true for everybody, but when I watch a Let's Play, like when I watched one of my first Let's Plays, which was Jeff Major's Dwarf Fortress Let's Play, he skipped a whole bunch of stuff, which if you understood Dwarf Fortress really made sense and was a really good choice. But because I had no idea what he was doing, he would skip it and come back at like important intervals, and I would be like, I don't understand what is this. And like I don't think I don't want to critique his Let's Play. So anyway, so there's a bunch of other examples of sort of me not wanting to do that, and one of those is going to come in my next series. That's really ugly. Oh well, we'll put stores there. Is you're going to notice in my next Let's Play, or the next game that I'm going to be playing, which I'm not going to tell you what it is. I will give you a big hint though. Is that a lot of people who I've seen play games like this tend to skip the randomly generated battles. And I feel like there's a lot of learning that you can gain from showing those randomly generated battles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious if you've played the game, you know what game I'm talking about. I do really want to get some Magic the Gathering stuff up, but it's Magic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is such a hard game to teach people to play that I think I probably am gonna end up like sitting down and writing out my whole Let's Play, not necessarily working off a script because I don't do that obviously. That's super ugly too, but whatever. But you know, I am gonna have to figure out exactly what I want to say, just because Magic is it's one of those games where you really can't like I can show you what I'm doing in SimCity 4 really easily, but with Magic the Gathering, like it's gonna be really easy for me to lose you guys, especially if you're watching it and you're really interested, but you've never seen Magic been played before. Like I think it would be easier for me to teach you how to play Dwarf Fortress than it would be to teach you how to play Magic. And most people look at Dwarf Fortress and they're like, what are those little squiggly things? And what's tilde represent? And that's a tree? Anyway, I got a pretty good graphical pack for Dwarf Fortress. And I don't sort of want to get locked into one game design either, or one type of game either. Just making sure I didn't forget anything now that I'm talking about not SimCity. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. So one of the things we're going to do, here's where the differences are going to come in. When I'm zoning, normally what I would do is I would take my medium density residential and I would go like, I would start here in these blocks. And actually, due to a suggestion by one of, I don't know if I would call him a fan. Fan seems like such a strong word. One of the people who commented on my videos, he was like, you should leave these central 2x4 plots empty for services. And so one of the things I'm going to do is instead of like placing my fire and my police like you know, down here or somewhere else, and some of the other gifts, I'm actually going to leave this guy here and this guy here open, and that's going to be part of what I do differently. And actually the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to leave, hold on, I got to actually plan this out now. So what I want to do is I want to have I'm just using the piping because it's like really cheap, as a visual indicator of our mass transit lines. So that to me